guys, it's Kim with heisreal.com. Today I want to talk about a three-part structure of a screenplay. Okay, well, what the heck is that? Well, it's really simple. It's a beginning, a middle, and an end. And we're going to establish tonight, or today, in this blog series about what happens in each act. Okay? So, the divisions are commonly referred to, of course, as acts. It's important to note that in the grand scheme of screenwriting, there is a common denominator that the majority of films have the main character who must face some form of opposition, starting out with, that by the third act is brought to a resolution. So, in your writing, you start in the action, and then you begin to establish the story. So, Act 1 establishes your environment and primary character, or protagonist, is what your character is called. The main character is your protagonist. Whether you're writing a book, it doesn't matter what it is. And this will also help in your books. If you're just writing a skit, or a street drama, any of these things will help you. Believe me. Your protagonist. So, if I can read my handwriting. Describing and showing what that character is and what she hopes or he hopes to achieve, right? So that was in Act 1, is establishing your environment and primary character or your protagonist, describing and showing who that character is and what they hope to achieve. So then Act 2, it expands your character by focusing on what he or she is doing to reach their goal, and forces that provide opposition in the form of an antagonist, and the revelation that results after confronting the obstacles that they must overcome. So you're opening up in the action. And by Act 2, how they're going to resolve this, how they're going through this situation, what that looks like, how they feel, what's happening, the whole 9 yards. Establishing what they're going through and what is causing the problem, what or who is causing the problem. So in Act 3, it focuses on the resolution of the character's journey. Of course, you want to have a resolution. It is very, very important. Obviously, or you will leave your audience frustrated. I mean, I've been to film, not film series, but with it, where they've had screen tests. I've been a screen test audience, and really, even by some of major Hollywood's filmmakers, and you thought, well, okay, either that resolution was flat, or I didn't really get it. You just don't really get it. So that's why a lot of times they'll do screen tests, and that's what YouTube is for. Tube Mogul, whatever you want to get, Facebook, it doesn't matter. Whatever you have, you've got your audience, and they will help you. Praise the Lord for that. So Act 3 focuses on the resolution of your character's journey, a payoff of the suspense, drama, conflict, or characterizations you've built throughout the first 2 acts. So, as Act 1 ends and another begins, there is always a moment of drama or action that turns the plot. The apex moment that signals a shift from one act to another are called plot points. So, always that resolution. Make sure that it's believable. Now, and it does kind of tie in with some of the other things that we've been talking about, is the more believable you are with your characters, your plots, thoughts and feelings, your villains, and we're going to be talking about villains here soon. Whatever it is, it needs to be as believable as possible, and there needs to be a plausible resolution. Whether it's fiction or not, it has to be realistic, and you have to be able to show your audience. So, Anyway, I hope that helps, and we're going to be talking a little bit more on writing characters and creating conflict and those kind of things. So anyway, I will talk to you soon. Talk to you later. Bye.